Alright, hey, welcome to my video here. Hopefully, if this works right, which I'm assuming it probably won't, but I'll check later. I should have an overlay up and going, but if it doesn't, I'll grab my handy notepad here and just boot that up and get things running. But I'm gonna wait until I'll have to alt tab out every now and then to see if anybody's watching. It's just, yeah, this isn't my cup of tea, right? And I see more and more people are, that's exactly what I want. I want to engage with players. I see more and more players are getting information from this, so maybe it'll feed into Google algorithms. So it's puts a little bit of added responsibility on me to do this right. Like, so if people are looking for help and they're finding here and they think they are, and it maybe draws more people in, I'm just going to be doing my best to help. Again, this is not a job for me, but I am experimenting with some stuff. But I found like there was one that was like Streamlabs, and I'm like, I don't know, but that looks janky. That looks like some sort of money making scheme thing, which is what I'm not on. So I'm trying to figure out, looking at Ninja Chat. I'm trying an overlay right now. If it doesn't work, if I don't see anything popping up on the screen, then so be it. I did have somebody ask me, "Hey, I noticed you had a tank in your frame rates." And in cases. Now, this always is going to happen, for me at least it has. So I am running an Intel 9900 KS. So it's a slightly aged processor, but when I got it, it was at the top of its game. So it's a really good. It's not the 9900K, it's the actual KS. And Intel had actually sent that out to me to play with. So if I need to, I have a 4080 coming in like 3 days, ironically, but I have an EVGA 30 or 4080. I have an EVGA 3080, which I'm fond of because it sucks that EVGA left the video card market. But anyways, the reason my frames tank, I think I've got 64 gigs of RAM. I just think I've got mods, a lot going on. It's just sometimes things can bog down. I'm also running OBS, which can, jump in there a little. Project Lasso I'm using as an app. I'm not quite sold on that whole app yet. Been using it for a couple months to judge how effective. I don't think it is, but we'll see. Um, but yeah, I think there's just a lot of scripts, a lot of happening added to the game with mods, and then we'll see how it goes. I have more than enough space, and I am on an M2 Gen 3 mod, so I mean drive. But I really hope that this overlay works, man. I mean, it says it's supposed to be here, so can I bring this to the front? Let's see. I'm actually just looking at it right now. I don't know anything about this, like really when it comes down to it. So, like I said, I'm not a big person when it comes to figuring this stuff out. Like, I mean, for streaming. But I can definitely see if it's like a layer. See if there's anything to this. Well, I mean, it says it's putting it there, so we'll see. Actually, what I'm going to do is just go ahead and open up my tablet. That way I can actually see if somebody joins in. All right, so today basically what I'm going to be doing is going over. Okay, I'm not live from last night. My tablet still thinks I'm going live from last night. Um, okay, yeah. So I've got my overlay up right now, so we'll see if that works, or at least my chat. Let me test my own overlay. See if it works. And it's not. Ah, oh boy, sometimes. All right. Anyways, I'll try to keep this on. Kind of hard for me to have my notepad, like the S9 is not exactly small. Oh, cool. Now I just lost chat. Okay, there we go. All right, so, whoa, 72 Talati Company versus 60 Xenon, and Turquoise Sea. Uh-oh. Where's Turquoise Sea? I think it's over here somewhere's about. Oh man, where's Turquoise Sea? Is it here? Oh, that's Silent Witness. Guys, revenge. That's a major battle going down right there. Well, you know what? I just don't care. So good luck to them. Hopefully 72 Talati. Alright, well, I probably should place an order for a Talati ship while I can. So last night when I wasn't streaming, it's gonna happen every now and then where I'm just wanting to have fun and not talk because I'm, streaming. Um, I expanded my base in Pious Mist too. So I guess in this video, what I'm gonna be definitely testing out is just how well that base is going to mature. Because right now, man, like I'm really hurting for money following me having to save um, Zyark, which I think I got in there in the nick of time. But if we look at my net worth, whoops, where am I at? I don't even know where I'm at. Oh yeah, that's right. Bozo wants me to teleport the space station. Which I'm not going to be doing right now. I want to focus more on the empire building side. And then I want to, the whole point is to get to where I have an actual shipyard. So I'm moving up on that. So we look at my net worth, I'm approaching what I would consider mid-game. A solid mid-game at 500k. Uh, and it's kind of hilarious when you see my cash up top there. But let's go ahead and go to property owned and start figuring this all out. So my ship component factory, I decide, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. Let's go. So I went into this one, use the station calculator, and here's an interesting thing you can do with the station calculator. So I was like, okay, how much overflow was I currently getting from, say, scanning arrays, engine parts, hull parts, whatever? So let me back up. I decided to add like weapon components, other uh, things that I'm going to need for my shipyard, right? I'm just arbitrarily starting with a 4 and then a 6 in areas, depending on, and then I'll fine tune this depending on how my station is performing, right? If it's needing to import, let's say, more hull parts or whatever, then I'll add to the hull parts. But I won't be able to do that until the station's up. It's realized going. That's a ways off. But one of the interesting things I'd never really dawned on me to do before was to work my way backwards because you're going to have overflow. So let's say when you're using the station calculator and you're saying you want a closed loop system and you boom boom boom. The station calculator I'm referring to is the station calculator that you can search for online. I've showed it several times. If anybody wants it, just let me know. But it's amazing. Here's the only bad part about it is that it will populate what you need as a module. So, okay, drone components. I can't use drone components without engine parts, right? So it's going to say to match the production quota for or 4 drone components, you need X amount of engine part uh, uh, production facilities, right? So, but I don't know if it's like let's say 3 engine part factories, and the 4th one it does need, but it's only like 0.1, 4 point, let's say 3.1. So it's giving me like overage that I'm doing. So a smart way to do it is plug in everything you own into your station into the station calculator, right? So start that off, plug it all in, then add in what you need that you're going to be adding. So I added in, 4 weapon components, 4 electronics, 6 boom, boom, boom. Then what I did was hit autofill, and I looked to see if it would change things, and that way I was able to fine tune, like energy cells. I'm up to 17 right now. I need also heads up. It will tell you sometimes use Terran energy cells because it'll see that you already have energy cells on your station, and it will just I don't know. I kind of get what the station calculator is doing. Basically, what the station calculator is doing is saying, okay, you don't need an entire energy cell production, so get a Terran one. The Terrans are smaller, they don't generate as much, but you could get a lot closer. Me, I'm fine with it. I don't care. They're freaking energy panels. Who cares, right? So I just always wanted to stick with one form factor and also at the same time minimize my use of Terran building components. Although I am going to be making my own, which leads into the other part of this station that's really kind of odd. So because the station is making a lot of its own, like all these wares, right? As it's maturing, this build cost is okay. Well, that's the station account. That's not the plan build. So if we go to plan build, we'll expand both these. All right, so what am I going to need? Oh, look, Computronic substrate. Well, I guess that's being made at my station. Claytronics will eventually be made at my station. Silicon carbide is going to be made at my station. So this money, 31 mil, that is being touted right here may actually be mitigated, right? I'll probably end up subsidizing the cost myself just by as my station builds these modules up. But here's the problem. It's, I got a long way to go because I decided to go full out. I'm like, you know what? If I'm going to do this, I'm just, and I know it doesn't look all super nice. I really could care less. I just threw together a real quick factory, expanded my plot so I can have my wharfs kind of up high for the LXL class, and production will be all below this, right? So it's kind of a KISS principle. Nothing fancy, just go for it. So that's where I'm currently sitting at. I need that station to mature because I want to start reverse engineering ships. I want to start getting into that. Anybody who was watching my series before, you guys will know I saved Zyark. I made this platform and sold it to him, and it's doing a pretty bang up job. Although I think they got some new ships in here. Oh, it looks like they're actually fighting them off. Now Argon's still got like patrol destroyers in here, and I don't know how that's exactly flying considering Zyark's got a massive capital ship in the area. So anyways, at the northern edge here at Xenonville, we'll call it, I have a Tuata, like I always wanted to have. So the Tuata will be doing garbage collection, teardown abilities. I have 4 Manticores. I don't know what they're doing. They're like licking windows down here. Maybe I need to clear that behavior off these dudes. And thus I'll force them to re-execute their failed behavior routines. Looks like I might have lost a Manticore. I really could care less. Anyways, I just threw us. It's kind of funny if you look at this. Hang on a sec. Let's click off those guys. Go to plan build. I added. If we show the background here, there's the gate. So I added, the Tower of Power, I guess. I don't know what you want to call it, but this is 0 Fs mode again. I threw a couple of additional satellite towers in the back because I noticed couple guys were kind of getting through every now and then. Of course, I have the scrap, if I could talk, the scrap processor here. I've got a scrap recycler to process the scrap that comes out of here, and then I have a recycle it, and then I have large container storage. We'll see how it turns out. I don't anticipate it generating any income. I just thought it would be kind of funny. So yeah, that'll be basically what I'm going to be focusing on here before I go get something to eat in a little bit. Is I had to have lost Mana Core, man. Anyways, like I said, I just don't care. Anyways, what I'll be focusing on is going into SETA, so I'm not sitting here for the next year. And then I will be maturing the factory in Pyosmith too. Because this will be, whoops, not right there, but right here. This will be my money maker. Fortunately, right now, balancing the books is a little bit on the crazy side because all my cash is rolling into this. To at least keep the ball rolling, if I let this die, if I let this die down because I'm not funding it, it would suck. Even if I'm going to produce the wares for it, I need to get to the point where I have the wares on hand to be able to make it. So I think I'm okay. I think I could just even let this coast along, you know? Whenever I look at the station itself, it's always building components. So if we bring it up here, it's, right now it's stuck on production modules. When I look at this, I know that this is going to be a lot of Claytronics. A lot of this stuff I'm going to be able to make. The only thing I need to worry about, since Claytronics is so low, I think the last things I'll be making on the build list, I need to really make sure that I have the money to cover the Claytronic part. So when I look at plan build and look at the storage, we could see that I'm pretty much almost there. I mean, that's still a lot, 7.1K Claytronics that I'm going to need. But my guess is that somewhere around 17, 18, maybe even 19, at least one Claytronics factory will get up, and then maybe I could just rob the station and let it coast the rest of the way. Comtronic substrate will get made will be completed off that 591 because I have nothing else requiring it, and the very first modules from Terranville being made are going to be Comtronic substrate. Then I have silicon carbide and metallic microlattice being made as well. So, and that's cool. I got chips bringing in Claytronics. So that's really the only thing I'm kind of concerned about. Not really, because the station's still profitable. So even as these production modules are coming online and requiring, the manager to go, hey, we need more, he's going to do all right. But there's going to be a lot of fine tuning for this station because I'm also going to have to throw in some miners for the station because most assuredly does not have them right now. Fortunately, I cannot afford mining ships right now. So why are these guys just... I really do not need a Minotaur doing a whole lot of nothing. Ill behavior. Okay, cool. He figured himself out. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna sit here for a minute or two and then see where this goes. Wow, somebody got wrecked right there. But yeah, hopefully in this video, I'll have at least my small maintenance and fabrication base up. That'll enable me to start reverse engineering some stuff and pushing out my own ships for fighters. Well, for in my case, frigates. So yeah, let's see where this goes. Hopefully. And I did leave it running last night, so I'm just looking to make sure that, like, up. Oh, they destroyed they probably destroyed the defensive station off of Faulty Logic 7. That's like right here. That's not exactly ideal for the Xenon. So, oh man, that's not good. Well, the good news is still have a pretty decent thing here, but if I'm not mistaken, I think their shipyards are back here, man. I could be wrong. Who's hitting them? Did Hop just... Hop has to have a force in here, man. Oh, no, they're not. That's on the edge of this zone. Be a little bit deceptive sometimes, depending on your angle. But, okay. See what we shall see. Yeah, this guy is super broken on Sector Explorer. Some of these mods need to be updated. I also be putting out like a couple mods myself just for fun. I'm fine-tuning a diplomacy mod right now. I've never done mods for this game, so I want to make sure I get it right because I don't want to ruin anyone's game. But I have a diplomacy mod that I'm working on, and then the jukebox mod will be after that. But the diplomacy mod is surprisingly easy. I don't understand why they didn't incorporate it into the game yet. If I'm being honest here, it really is stupid. And discard changes. I'll get this guy over here. I don't know why he got broken. Sometimes these sector explorers get broken, and this fleet needs to be augmented. Oh, are they like dead? Oh, wow. No, they're not. I think I did lose the off. No. Yeah. Alright, buddy. Yeah, a sec. So, let's get you on Sector Explorer and see if you can actually do your job out here without getting all super lost and freaked out. So I can clear that order for you. Yeah, I can't wait to actually move into mid game because this has been kind of like watching paint dry, sort of fun. The most fun I had was saving the Zyark. Other than that, right now I've just been kind of like, well. Favorite home sector, I would say, it depends. So it used to be if you know I'm doing the capturing substrate Gatsufune, because it's got access to, well, before I knew more, it used to be important to me because it has access to the asteroid belt for mining, and before that it was Napoleon's Fortune, just because you know it's pretty centralized and it's meant for the player to take over. It's not, I don't think the player, like the other factions, ever even attempt to take this sector over. So yeah, I guess overall, if I was to say one sector that is my, you know, has been my favorite, I've spent the most time in, has been managing a shipyard that was based off of Napoleon's Fortune 6. And then I would take over, throw a command and control defensive platform here, controlling both these, and then turning all of this area, Napoleon's Fortune, into mine. But I don't know, you know, I'm kind of amending that now. I'm not quite certain. We do have some new zones here, like Lumen, whatever that is. I need to look at the concentrations of resources and then think about where my customer base is going to be. Because, you know, technically you could go for something like, I'd want something that would be close to a highway. If I'm reevaluating, right? If I'm looking at this, I want something that's easily accessible for other factions to get to me. And yeah. So maybe this is a bad idea. I already know. Wow, Silent Witness is a really good spot. Too bad the Argon already have it. Silent Witness would be fantastic because you have just so many routes to go to different locations. I'm not sure what the concentrations of resources here. Let's see. Oh, that's garbage, at least in that spot. Did I throw a resource probe here? I sure did. Hydrogen. Alright, well, that place kind of sucks. I bet you Windfall Summit's really good, but I'm not about to make enemies with the Vigor Syndicate. Yeah, something like this where you just hover over and you can see like 8 million. There's a highway, and that highway is like, you know, the main Autobahn of the entire game. So somewhere along this thing would be smart if you could pick your poison as to where you need for resources and who your main clients are going to be. I'm used to over here. A lot of people are, and that led to, unfortunately, because I was so focused on like the bottom area of the map and the left part of the map, I really never cared too much about the top here because to me, Zyark is really cool for something. Their ship designs are really kind of cool looking. They got some really nice weaponry and guns, but they really suck. Like they can't hold out against like serious Xenon incursions, so I just never really messed with them. Talati, I just is like, no, because they got the scale plate thing going on, so your ships are always getting attacked by pirates, and it's like, all right, man. Yeah, of course. Anything I can do to help here with players, that's all I'm about here. And besides, oh, I'm not even in SETA. That's pretty sad. Let me go back into SETA here. No, never mind. So yeah, like I said, just look around. To me, it's a no-brainer. If you can do Combatronic Substrate, get Fune all day. Because you're really close to Pioneers, to Sagaris, and the Terrans for getting your stock back and forth, and it's a one-jump deal over the asteroid belt. And you're absolutely going to get spammed by KHK foraging parties, even if you'll destroy a hive, it'll just pop up somewhere else. It's no big deal if you have L-class miners, they'll just laugh it off. So yeah, that's basically what I'm kind of doing right now. I'm trying to build up to some more L-class miners. It's so impossible for me. I'm definitely in a holding. It's almost like I would just want to put on Netflix and go chill for a while, let the game run, because it's one of these unfortunate situations where it's going to take this a long time to build. So many. Oh man, if I didn't have SETA, if you were to think about how crazy this is, I think was this like 20 minutes or something like that. We'll see here in a second. I want to say that SETA is like a 3 times multiplier, like 300%. But I mean, this is. I mean, as exciting as it is to watch a countdown timer go down, um, it's not exciting. It sucks. It's garbage. This is part of the game though, right? Like it's just, I don't want to use the 5 time building thing. There are mods out there where you can do that. I could also cheat, make it fast. I'm not going to cheat. It just cheapens the whole experience. Um, Using the 5 time thing is definitely going to screw your game up because everybody will be building things way too quick and you're going to lead to really bad unintended consequences as a result. So yeah, what 1340? I missed it. At least for Computronic Substrate, we're looking at like 14%. Oh, I'm already to Computronic Substrate. Cool. All right. Well, I mean that'll take care of a lot of my Terran building. And I bet you that's a lion's share of the 30 some million or whatever 26 mil I have left remaining. I may just chill on this. I may just let it coast along, man, and see if I don't need to keep pumping money into this. So let me look at my logistics chain here and try to get an idea. So, okay, gas is starting to become an issue. I'm importing a lot of hydrogen. That's a lot to have coming in. So that's definitely hurting my bottom line. Uh, it looks like I also will. Yep, I got an issue with it. I'm gonna have an issue with everything. So right now, if I was to look at this, yeah, that sucks, man. I need to get a probably a 2-to-1 ratio right now. But it's just kind of going off my gut. See, some of these other modules aren't even online yet, so I'm not really drawing on helium. So I don't know how this is gonna feel, like the heartbeat of this station. So if you probably look at credit, I mean, it's still as it's being built, it's trending upwards, and that's a really good curvature. I mean, that's a healthy. This is going to be a really, really healthy station once it's done. And the hilarious the thing is that the most I've sold by far is hull parts. 253,000 hull parts. Last I checked, it was like 100 and something thousand hull parts. That's beat out my the advanced electronics. They're also selling at a higher overall. So there's a high demand for uh, the hull parts. That's why it's colored green. Advanced electronics, drone components, energy cells, turret. Wow, like everybody's just kind of sucking. Um, so yeah, that's not bad at all. Like in the amount of time that that was done over, 46 minutes in SETA, that's rather impressive. So, uh, but I'm not liking dips like that. Like that's a bad dip right there. So if I look at this on my, okay, why isn't it highlighting it for me? Maybe right here. I mean, all I gotta do is really look here and see, okay, well, I spent a lot on minerals, more minerals. These 300 hits are the ones that I'm not liking. So to 4 minerals, 1 gas import as I'm currently sitting. So right now for fine tuning until I see more, it won't hurt me in the long run. Hey, how's it going, Darren? Um, it won't hurt me in the long run if I go ahead and implement these. So I guess I'll go ahead and do that once I have the cash. I'll just bring in like 2 more L-class mineral ships, 1 L-class gas ship, and then well, off that, but that's going to require me to have 30 million, which I most assuredly do not have right now. But one thing I can do, an interesting thing to do, is if you know your sector, your station is trending with a positive upward tick, you can steal money from the station manager. Just make sure, you know, he's established somewhat, meaning like he's not still building stockpiles of materials to operate from. So if we look at this logical overview, I mean, he's got enough hydrogen to, so what will I miss out? Oh my God, hydrogen's being used. And okay, 2 things. Man, it's a fantastic follow the line sort of situation. Refined metals? Seriously? And no. Good. Okay. I have no idea right now. Hydrogen is being used as the antimatter cells? That would make sense. Yeah, okay. But like I said, oh, okay, thanks. All right, on, Darren. Yeah, I've been trying to respond to people. And right now, like supposedly there's like an overlay that should be on the screen. I'm using my tablet again to reply to you guys, so I'll get it figured out. It sucks. The only thing I could find was this thing called Streamlabs. There's a something Ninja 2 chat. I was gonna put that so I can actually see it on the screen here, and you guys can see her also on the screen. But then there was this something from Streamlabs that kind of cool. It had a space age theme, but I'm not about to try to like get some you know, that cartoonish, just ridiculous, like, Bob just donated $5, super chat. You know, it's like, whoa, hold up, man. This isn't a business, right? Like, what? And this isn't some Mickey Mouse garbage, so I'm not trying to do all that. Anyways, yeah, let's get right back into this. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna jack him with some money because he can afford it, and I don't need to worry about it because he has enough internal storage to make up for it. So, and he could most assuredly use some miners. I'm actually helping him by robbing from him, right? That makes sense. Jack all his money. It's for the greater good, buddy. Trust me. All right, so we'll go over here to Ministry of Finance and grab ourselves some uh, sentinels or turns or whatever. L class minerals. Let's get a couple of these rock hoppas. Oh, that's gonna be fantastic. 327 shield components. Hell yeah. Great. Alright, well, get 2 of those ordered. Confirm that order. Buy 1 more ship from these guys. L class. Gas. Oh, wow, I'm surprised I didn't do the gas variant of this. Okay, let me just set this guy up real fast and fix that. Give him like 30 towers. Should be enough. And more drones, of course. More repair drone and definitely more gas collectors. Save this as gas. It reminds me, man. Yeah, I'm getting really close. It's really kind of close. Like it's I'm kind of doing it backwards this time. I'm actually building, and I'm making it harder on myself by doing it. Hang on a second, let me just confirm that order. All right. I'm working it backwards. I'm just building infrastructure up to when I do it. But yeah, it's getting pretty close. I don't even know if there's anything else I need here. Like when I look at this, a lot of this will transition directly into station building. So once I add a fabrication modules, maintenance modules, it'll reorganize this whole chart. Whole parts are being fed into it as well. I've already augmented the whole part production because I recognize that I was that it's been such a money potential for me. And it's not too bad. It's what, graphene and refined metals taking ore and energy cells, so that's a tier 1 good. And I'm gonna assume this is tier 1 as well. So antimatter cells are not that bad. Yeah, hydrogen energy cells. So not a big deal at all. Hull part to make hull parts. And yeah, granted, what do they sell? Wow. Okay. 262, that explains why they're so it's kind of weird. Sometimes the logic pattern here I just kind of don't get. Like smart chips, man. These require like somewhat a decent supply chain, are at least equal to the hull parts. Yet they sell for a whopping, you know, this is actually high. Usually it's like 62 credits for these friggin' things, and nobody has them. It's like, wait, it doesn't even make sense. Uh, like then you look at hull parts, and they require 2 tier 1 goods, and it sells for 4 times the price. So you know, go figure, right? A lot of this shit, a lot of this stuff doesn't make sense at all. But you know, just gotta work with it and make it work. I don't know why I'm making Terran. Oh, that's right. I'm gonna utilize Terrans. You have to look at it. Oh, okay, yeah. Super cool. Yeah. Yeah, you can I just slapdash it all together. Your best bud in the world is gonna be uh this little guy right here. The mystical magical Argon cross connection. The Teladi have one. It looks identical. It has the same feature as a Lego part, but it's got like gold tinting a little to the edges, but it looks identical. Um, but let me turn off that background. So yeah, so you can see I just slapped it together for the most part. I mean, it's not. I'm not going for aesthetics here, right? And something about also just being kind of crazy about it lends itself to this like kind of chaotic, kind of crazy. Um, what do you want to say? Like, I'm looking for the word here. It lends itself to more of a crazy, eclectic cyberpunk Blade Runner sort of experience when you're flying through it. Because I like to do that. I'm a nerd, man. I like to do that. Because you don't understand just how insanely massive these things are until you build it, right? Once you've built it and you fly, like if I were to go out here right now and fly around this thing, like it's insane. This is so big. The perspective, if you were to imagine this landing pad that I'm hovering over, that's an M-class landing pad, so a frigate can land right there. So it's kind of wild to just fly around your station sometimes, and you'll see all the stuff happening with, the animations for just everything from graphene to all these parts pumping and churning, and the refineries actually have little machines going along the belts and stuff. And I'm a huge nerd for that stuff, man. I love it. Even the habitats, the Terran habitats have like a mag rail train going along the inner sides. It's just fun to fly around. So not just sitting in plan mode at your desk, which, by the way, I don't know if you were in for it, Darren, but I'm also going to I'm Diplomacy Mod's working. I'm tuning it though. I still have to add several factions, and I'm also going to add a freaking music jukebox for the friggin' uh, personal office because I can't, like, it drives me nuts. I can't play Spotify right now or anything because, I'll get like copyright striked or whatever the hell they would do on YouTube that you hear horror stories about. So I'm not about to try to play that kind of game, right? But like this is brutal. But yeah. Yeah, so I'll have those mods up pretty soon. Oh, we found an abandoned ship, huh? Fine, buddy. Elite Vanguard, huh? But you drop oh, well, I guess you don't have any consumables. Awesome. My scout doesn't even have nav buoys. Oh well. So yeah, if I do add, I don't know, you guys will have to let me know, but I'm gonna have to put a huge disclaimer on there. There is a really nice thing. Streamlabs does have these free things and templates, and I can throw it on my channel, but I'm gonna have to find some way to like, I found one that was kind of sci-fi themed, but I don't want people like tipping me in any of that garbage, right? Because it's got all that like mega donor, super donor, big dollar signs flipping around. I'm like, oh man, come on, can I delete some of this garbage? Like, this is cheesy as hell, and I'm not trying to like have some new person come in and, you know, I honestly feel if you're making these videos like in your gaming, dude, just game it. Like, have fun. It's not a job, right? Like, go work a real job, man. Like, and if you're gonna make videos, do it for the love of the game. Yeah, it is. It's an amazing game. It really is. I really enjoy it. There's other games that hold my heart. They're near and dear to my heart. Tarkov, I don't know why I've got some sort of weird love-hate relationship with the PvE now. It's a little better, but Subnautica I really like. Subnautica is very, very chilled. Let me go back into Soda mode here. I like Subnautica. It's very soothing to me. Um, and there's times when I just need to zen the F out. Yep, I was absolutely right. So my station is subsidizing itself, by the way. So I stole money out of his construction budget, or I didn't give him any money, and it's already being built down. So that actually worked out well for me. And I know that sound, that's the sound of a massive attack happening right now. Oh, man, what is going on with the Talati and the Turquoise Sea? Manticore has been destroyed. Yeah, I already picked up on that fact when I only saw 3 of them. I could give 0 Fs. I mean, they're like the Manticores are like, I don't know what they're doing right now up here. They're supposed to be doing stuff, but they're just, I don't know. What? I really have no idea what they think they're doing right now. Whoa. The Zyark flagship is just like chilling right at the combat zone? Alright. Yeah. And what's cool is in passing, it's not like I know the dude, right? So let me not give a false impression, but Burned or whatever the lead Ecosoft dev, we corresponded like once over an idea when it came to like stations on something. And what's cool about that is so I've gotten a chance to see a little bit behind the scenes how passionate. So as much as people get maybe pissed about, and me included, that Ubisoft has implemented this or not did this or whatever, at the end of the day, you have to respect there is no other game that has a functioning economy like this. What they've pulled off and fine-tuned over the year is truly an amazing experience. There's really no other game that I can think of that can do this. So, oh, come on, I'm under attack. Yeah, it's really the fun part for me is learning. Let me see what's under attack on my station really fast, since it's playing the dramatic music. Of course, that's like the only music it'll play. Oh, yeah, I need to hop out of SETA. Or advice, I've said this to other people before, when you're under attack by fighters, don't be in SETA mode, because they'll be able to evade and get away, and you'll save yourself time by just jumping out of SETA. And letting it, there you go, problem solved. Now I can go back into SETA. And that's some garbage, like, what's up with this, right? Like, see how they're recovering so fast? That's why, like, at the Terran 4 6M10 small docks. I mean, the fighter recovery operations are, 40 at a time. I'm recovering. I might almost build like another one on top of these to be able to recover 80 at a time. It's really nice. But yeah, anyway, so sorry, the logic system, looking at, once you start understanding stations, like, it's so cool, man. It translates into other games too, like Satisfactory, right? Like, I'm a geek for that. I can't wait for 1.0 to release on Satisfactory, which I think is imminent. Or if it hasn't already happened, I'll have to check that out. I know it's coming up really soon. But games that are really good, I want to check out Factorio, because I've never played that. But factory management is really interesting, and you really feel like you get that dopamine release, like that sense of satisfaction when you nail it, Like, I get that in this game all the time. I just know. Like, I'll just look at a station and go, yep, that one's kicking ass, and you know that you did it, right? Like, you're the one who figured it out. You didn't cheat your ass to cheat engine or some other garbage tool to add. Well, I don't want to knock people. That's how you want to play, but cheating cache and stuff like that, it's good. Yeah, sure, it'll initiate a dopamine release. Here's a problem with that. The psychology behind this, another fun fact to just kind of throw out for people. I was just learning about this with the myelin sheaths around neurons. So the more you repeat a certain type of behavior, i.e. cheating, being a learned behavior, you're establishing a neural pathway, and every time you do that, you're establishing the neural pathway more and more. So dopamine is being released because you're doing a screwed up action, right? Like, you're doing some cheap, cheesy, and so your body rewards you, goes, oh, well, that's what you like to do, and the longer you do it, the more you cement that hard way or that highway. But anyways, enough psychobabble for the day. That's why I'm decompressing, dude. Too much. This is seriously way too much about DNA sequencing and way too many areas of the brain that I didn't want to know about and their functionality and what they're doing with certain drugs and yeah. Anyways, so let us take a look and see at take a marvel at the fact that they're still waiting on shield components. That sucks. Alright, well I guess I'll just sit here waiting for them to get their groove on. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here forever, man. I need to get out and have some fun. I don't care if I get blown up. I gotta do something. Oh, okay, great. My scout's broken again. Sector Explorer is screwing up really bad. Like, it's too bad because this is such an amazing mod, but I had problems with him in the same sector. He get in namely in Grand Exchange 1. He just goes here and goes and just no matter what you do, he's stuck on stupid. So I think I'm gonna have to of all orders and assignments and just tell him to do the old school explore feature. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get out and actually have some fun. I was hoping to do it with my own ships with Xenon weaponry mounted on them, since that's in the base game now, man. Pretty awesome. You find that quantum data shard and you research the Xenon special equipment, but I don't know exactly what you get because by default I don't think it tells you what you own. I know there's a mod that used to work. I think it doesn't work now. But do I have the blueprints for these? Is that what it is? Hang on. Oh, okay, interesting. All right. Well, let's see what I know how to make. Ships. Okay. There's a lot of ships I really don't know how to make. There's the Odachi, Cutlass, Experimental Shuttle, Dart, Kestrel. Okay, so I don't know how to make any. That's interesting. I do not know how to make the F. Or probably the PE. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Yeah, the PE, the B I do not know how to make. What about equipment? Because I'm very interested to know about this. So these are get. Oh, hey, yeah, yeah, buddy. Um, so I can't wait to see what's up with this. Can I mount these on non Xenon warships? Like, that'll be, not gonna lie, that's gonna be pretty seismic charge turret. Like, what? Oh, sign me up. Let's do it. The Needler turret, I'm pretty sure that thing's out of control. Uh, let's see, is there any like special? No, no. Ooh, Xenon all around combat engines. Heck yeah. You know, I think they're garbage. Oh, and Xenon shields. Gee, that's not going to be broken as can be. Yeah, that's broken. That's super broken. But from my understanding, there's a new end game something, some sort of crisis to use their terms. So, meaning Egosoft. So I'm kind of curious to see what this new end game that you can choose to opt into. And man, that is really not being reduced all that quick. I'll give them a little extra cash. Gonna give them a kick in the butt. Yeah, right. It is. It's a kicker, man. It really is good. That's a dopamine release, man. And I believe the harder you have to work for something, the more the more dopamine's released in your system, the better you feel, and yeah. So what do we got here? So yeah, I'll probably be playing some Satisfactory and checking that out here, somewhat soon. But not before. I've always stopped on X4 because, as other stuff comes up, gotta deal with other things. But yeah, yeah, I literally do. I do. Yeah, I agree with you, Darren. Yeah, yeah, it's good. It's good times, man. It's I've got, I don't know, embarrassingly, I've got like 1,300 hours in this game, and I'm learning more every day. Like somebody, yesterday in chat when they were bringing up about Zyre, because, I never really pay attention to this area of the map. Oh man, come on with the autosave. Anyways, the fact that they had two uh, shipyards in the same sector, I was like, oh, news to me. I just used to say nope to this area of the map completely because I'm not trying to deal with pirates nonstop, and like KHK is kind of down here taking the place of pirating. But I mean, man, when you're in like Teladieville and Zyre space, it's just like, I mean, these guys are openly free families. Like, yep, piracy's cool. We send our privateers out, and if you shoot them, we'll get pissed at you, which is why they're pissed with me right now. And these will be Asgard target number one. Absolutely. The moment I get my Asgard fleet together, I'm just gonna just wipe these dudes out of existence. I'll just like be like, I'll just move it and be like, hey, I'm just gonna buy this gate right here, okay? Not for any, particular reason. I'm just gonna build a massive defensive station here, and oh look, all your stations are blown up. That's too bad. And moving right along. Right. Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. That's cool. Yeah, there's just so much going on. It really is amazing when you pull back and realize, like, I don't even have all the sectors unlocked. Each of these sectors has got, with a handful of, odd ones, we'll say 80% of the sectors, has at least a dozen ships flying through it, countless stations, and each of them have their own agenda that's fitting into a bigger role that that faction is doing, and nothing is scripted. It's like once the chessboard pieces start from when you hit play or start game, there is nothing scripted out. The only scripting that's happening is, uh, simulating the battles as if you were right there. And wow, Hop's actually getting hit. Is this? Oh man. Oh, not good. Antigone Republics? Like planting the flag, huh? That's not good. Considering they're right here. Oh wow, they got that gate all defensed up too. Oh, that is a not joking around defensive station right there. And so is that. Oh wow. So that gate's secured. Did they secure this top gate? No. Right, yeah, yeah. I can't, yeah. That's why. You'll see, I get interrupted because I'm trying to pay attention to everything that's happening and explain at the same time. Oh, crap. And they've got a super defensive station right here. Oh, hell no. That's really bad. This is really bad. This could spiral very, very quickly. Well, this sucks. So I am now faced with another emergent issue. So when mid-game, yeah, you'll have to do that sometime. I've never played it just because, yeah, I never got to it. But, um, this game came along and I was just kind of captured by it. But yeah, to explain emergent situations, when you approach mid game, I would say, like for me, let me pause the game a second so I can kind of explain this. And I'm gonna have to take action. I don't have a choice. Which sucks, man, because I'm just taking away money from myself. But I'll be flipping it, so I'll sell the station. So I'm gonna build a defensive station. I need to have Hop secure their left flank from Argon and the Antigone Republic, or at least give them a fighting chance. Because I never would have thought I'd have seen the day that Hop's Holy Vision was being threatened like this. This is crazy. This is not good. So again, all right, so let me go back. Let me elaborate why mid game is dangerous. So you've got your chess pieces all moving. And Egosoft's done a pretty good job of anticipating, at least balancing out the factions for what they're initially going to do, right? So from early game to mid game, it's with variations, of course, but you can somewhat anticipate what's going to happen, or there might be some surprises, maybe, like here, for some reason or other, I don't know how this happened, but they ignored faulty logic and just like, yep, let's go for faulty logic 7. Took that out. So they took whatever defensive installations are out down here, which is fairly impressive considering that this area is heavily mined. So, but then again, that could mean we're seeing a hook, because right down here is a hook that from Atia's Misfortune, New Frontier, and I can't think of what the hell else is down here. But that hooks around into, there's a gate at Faulty Logic, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around here that comes in. I'm wondering if Argon is kicking so much rear end that they've pushed all the way over here. So you know what? I'm going to get Captain Drunk Pilot flying around doing whatever he's doing in the Perseus. And I'll have him remove this order because I need to get better eyes on like what's going on down there. And I can't remember which gate. I think it's off second contact. Probably off of Hakuba's Faith. I'll have him fly and wait here. Alright, so yeah, mid-game you need to start really paying attention and decide, do you want to be the savior of the universe? Do you just not care, right? I look at it from a financial perspective. So Hop is I don't want them out of the picture, right? And I don't want to feed this monster. So Argon and Antigone Republic are, like they're starting to like spread their wings and fly sort of thing. And that's not good. If they've taken over these sectors right here that are leading down, that's really, really bad. So just like up here, I saw this issue. I knew, I was like, okay, I always knew that if you see family Zen fall, that means that one of two things have happened. The Xenon have poured through Pyramid space and have gotten all the way over here, which is really bad because now they're going to link up with the shipyard that's off of Tharkas Cascade 15 up here. Is not good. Like that's really bad. That's not a good situation. So you want to watch this area and be like, yeah, but you don't want to clip the wings too badly because you want the Xenon to still be a draw on the system, right? The Xenon are just like murder, death, kill everybody. So I want this happening here, right? I want drama here. I want ships dying and blowing up and all that. So that doesn't concern me. What concerns me is this falling and the Xenon connecting and turning into an war machine. Just like down here, I'm concerned when I see Ant planning a flag, a defensive station, for crying out loud. Like that's bad. I don't know why on God's green earth, because they are sending that destroyer will get wrecked. There is no way that they're going to be able to pull that off. And what trips me out is they have a massive fleet usually. Oh, Ant's got a fleet. What the? They've got another platform down here? Like, what are they doing with their fleets? I bet you, here's my assumption. See, they always have a massive fleet right here. Hop does. And they'll do incursions into Xenon space. Early in this game, I did see them throw away a massive fleet, which is normal. It's going to go one way or the other. Either they beat the Xenon, the initial push, and or the Xenon hit them and then try to push, and then they get walloped. But to see this, oh, thank God they still have a defensive platform right here. Yeah, I need to insert myself into the mix here somehow. I don't know. The best bet, I don't know. I'm just gonna watch this. Let's see if this magical destroyer is able to. I mean, he's blinking at that station, so there's a possibility they need to destroy this. What is that? Is that an ant fighter? Oh yeah. Oh, whatever it was, one. Oh no, dude, don't move in closer. What are you doing? No, 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 man. You idiot. Oh my God. Did he just pull the like he was in a perfect thing. He was hurting the station and he's like, "Yep. Let's do a flyby tour." Dude got like just in range of these batteries right here and got deleted. Well, yeah, looks like I'm gonna have to save him because if I don't, oh, let's see what we got going on over here. If I don't do anything about that, that's going to spiral out of control really fast. So remove all orders. You can try to do your sector explorer. We'll see how that works here. All right. So let me. Well, that sucks. Yeah, I have to build a station. I mean, unless they've got some more destroyers around here. And they don't got much anything. They got a destroyer down here. Wow, this is really bad. This is really, really bad. If this guy does like the last moron did and was like, "Hey man, let's get a close up of the situation," and just gets deleted. Yeah, they really need to take this out because yeah, there's a lot of infrastructure behind this gate. So let me just watch that for a second. This guy's healing up. That's what an idiot. This one dude could have almost destroyed the station if he had not. He just decided, oh, so let's see if they can aim properly. And Antigone Republic was like, yep, we can aim our guns properly. You're absolutely done. Okay, so shipyard, luckily their shipyard's not over here. I've had that before where their shipyard was over on this side. So their shipyard's moved over here. Oh, hell no. Oh yeah, their wharf. Oh, their wharf's under attack. Oh, that's cool. Oh, they've got a behemoth in here. Even better. That's great. I mean, do you want to stop attacking their defensive platform and maybe save your own wharf? Or, you know, this is bad. I wouldn't be able to build fast enough. I just gotta see how this kind of plays out. Even if I start building a defensive station right now, I don't see it helping them. I don't have the cash. Oh, I could buy some destroyers and sell them too. You know what? That's what I'll do. And well, yeah, we'll do a pause and I'll do what I did before and purchase some good old Argon Behemoth. Whoops, I need to rob some money from my guy's account again. This dude's like, man, seriously, dude, I was actually getting some money. Okay, that sounds about good. I'll just turn around and be like, hey, how about you guys buy me some or build me some destroyers again? Go for these behemoths. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's do that. I promise I'll be using them. I'm definitely not selling them to your enemy. Maybe if I give them some warships, get them down there, sell them to them, they'll do something better than do flybys. I just gotta wait for, I don't know, probably this dude right here is gonna be, was he high tech? No, he's an energy trader. Is this guy high tech? Yeah. He's probably gonna be one of these high tech guys will be bringing in um, materials I need for the other ship to be built. So we'll see how this all plays out. Man, I need some music playing. It's driving me nuts. Come on, come on. Seriously, it's taking you guys that long to... Oh, look. Another destroyer. Alright, let's send him manually down here so he doesn't get blown up instantly. We'll just park him right behind this guy. Conveniently. And just right there. Maybe just a little, yep, right there. There we go. I'm definitely not going to sell that ship to the Pyramid after it gets on site. I'll give the Pyramid a couple ships here, and then I'm going to see if they go all window licker mode on me. I'm definitely going to take a hit because I'm not going to get whatever. I wasn't even paying attention, but I mean, 19 mil for each of these. There's no way I'm getting 38 mil for both these ships. They'll probably give me like 12. Like, oh, thanks for the super high tech warships you just made when we desperately need them. Here's like 20 bucks. Don't spend it all in one place. All right, how about you fly right here?
Awaiting orders.
I'm actually not going to transfer him yet, because if I do that, I don't want one dude just chilling here and get raffle stomped, so I'll wait for the other dude to show up. Good, his shields are getting hammered fairly decently. Where you at, buddy? Wanna hurry up? Your slow ass ship? Alright. Let's get these guys down here. Oh man, that's... Oh! Okay, well they got wiped out. Fair enough. Hey man, what's this? Hang on a sec. How about you move up here instead? The other one coming down. I've changed my mind, I don't want you to fly there. I want you... Fly. No apparent reason right there.
Awaiting orders.
Yep, and I'm awaiting your friend. Oh, look at that. Hey. Hey, Hop. Check out these two new ships I just happened to come across. You guys, yeah, oh yeah, well, I'm losing 6, well, whatever, roughly 6 mil. Let's see. Let's see if they actually are like... What's funny is if they open fire, these guys are being crewed by Argon guys, right? Well, it definitely made that dude nope out, I think. Oh, he's still hitting that station. At least his batteries are hitting it. Oh, we got a massive battle happening. Gotta wait for this to refresh. 57 kilometers. Wow, Turquoise Sea is seeing some serious action, man. Alright, he's right. What did they do at the warships, man? Okay. And Are they attacking? What are you? What are you guys doing, man? Oh man, they still have some Odysseus's. At least this shipyard's not getting hit. Where are their other? Where'd they send the behemoths? Tell me they're getting hit over here too. Oh, that's awesome. Pyramid are slapping. They've got their own defensive station up here. Oh, I might have to do that quest line. I don't want to throw a spoiler out there, but there is a quest line. There are multiple quest lines throughout this game that will enable you to alter the relations between factions. I'm trying to work on a mod to do that myself, but I'm not exactly a modder, so I'm using AI, leveraging AI big time to help me work it out. But we'll see how that works out. If it works, be able to add diplomacy into the game. And right now it's going to be based on the way it's currently working is your reputation with them. And I'm trying to see if there's another way I can't hook it into the this mod that deals with reputations and stuff. But I don't think I'm gonna mess with that because I don't really know, and I'd have to get in touch with the mod author and get permission, and I don't want to do that. So I'll probably just do basic diplomacy, get that into the game. Ooh, you know what? I could hire a mercenary fleet. I just thought about that. I'm not even messed with that part of the game yet. I mean, or from that mod, I should say. Let me go up here and holler at Desire dude. Ask him if he's got any
Entering system
mercenary
via
fleets.
Dominion.
Send them down to mess with the Antigone.
Greetings.
Any mercenaries for hire? Good target for this. Okay. Never done this before, so this ought to be interesting. Hey, how about this place right here? Can I select this, or what the hell? That's some BS. Need pick a target. Select autopilot target. What? What squadrons are available? I want elite. Yeah, that's not working. Because I'm in.
Okay.
Whoa!
Split wish you for. It's good to see you, friend.
Alright. Mercenaries for hire. Squadrons are available. I want elite. 5 destroyer. Oh, okay. That's pretty funny. I mean, yeah, why
Okay.
not? Mission target Ant Antigone Argon defense platform? Yeah, that sounds good. I mean, where's that at? No. I want to select a mission type. Siege a
Okay.
station. Wow, for that little? Okay.
Good doing business.
Yeah, that's starting a siege and sorry, something on a siege. Okay. Well, I mean, there's that's that's rather broken. I mean, wonder if I can go talk to Tadalati and have them send some dudes on there too. Oh, let me get these guys to work. Might have to remove that mod because that's like super cheap for 5 destroyers and all that. think it'd be kind of funny to have Hop come to, or I mean, the Pyramid come to the Hop's rescue. So let me come over here. See if I can pay off
Entering system.
for a fleet
Brandy
here.
Sanctum.
Doo-doo. How's it going?
Good to see you, friend.
Hey, you wouldn't happen to have any mercenaries, would you? Oh, okay. It looks like you can only have one going at one time. Mercenary locations are submitted. Okay.
Safe journey.
Guess they just all work together. So just go back to my quarters here and see what's gonna happen. It'll be interesting to see how this plans out, or pans out, because I'm gonna assume that an elite force of destroyers coming in should wreck that station big time, but we'll just see. My personal finances, balance these books out a little bit better. Accept that estimates. This guy back some of the cash I jacked from him. That'd be fairly interesting. Wonder if you could set them to. I'm sure you could probably set them to attack a fleet. So this might be a way for you to, with this mod, to save another group by hiring mercenaries to basically just go out and take them down. And this guy should be done with his thing. No, he's gonna do another circle. Okay, great.
Awaiting orders.
Oh. Oh, get to work? Does that work?
Awaiting orders. Awaiting orders.
Right. Just wait and see if this mercenary fleet shows up. I'm waiting on that. Let me see how this station is actually progressing along. What am I doing? Property owned. Oof. It stalled out on something. What did it stall out on producing? Alec Microlattice. I bet you it needs silicon carbide. Oh, that sucks. I bet you it's silicon carbide. Let me take a look. Yep, mother fricker. I wish I was wrong, but that's exactly the one thing. Well, hopefully one of my traders will fill this slot in. Because, yeah, that's really all they need to complete all, but there's still a lot to be produced here. By the time I get the Claytronics production done, I will absolutely have enough to purchase a SM fabrication bay. This place will be generating it should be generating a decent amount of revenue. I'm liking the smooth lines too. Only a slight negative, really bad dip here, but he's managing his resources well. He's trending constantly upwards, not as much as I'd want to see, but I do expect this from me adding to the load of the station. So it's just one of these things, like I said in my previous videos, like when you make a change to the station, just even one change, it's going to change the mechanics of the station, meaning, you know, storage allocation within whatever containers you have. Also keep in mind, if you add, this is something really important to know, maybe a lot of people aren't aware of. If you add storage containers of any type, but we'll just say container storage, the other two being, you know, solid and gas or liquid, whatever. When you add those, the station manager go, oh, look, I have more space I need to fill. You see what I'm saying? So what he'll do is he's allocated a percentage of the existing storage to meet these production needs, right? Current production needs. If you add storage, this number will drop way down and you'll be like, whoa, what is going on? It's not that he used it. All he's doing is allocating additional space for that material. And what that means for you is he's going to be placing a lot of orders to fill it back up to that level, right? Now you can stop him from doing that, right? There's a couple ways. You could just say, hey, we're not buying any items, right? We're good, man. Let's just rely on our mining fleet if you've got one. Otherwise, just let them build it up. I always like to think of the stock as being it's banked money. It's unrealized credits. You're just waiting for it to be processed into a good that will sell. So this station, I know for a fact, is going to be, the moment I start churning out even small, medium fighters, it's going to boom, 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 boom. Next thing you know, I'll have L. Next thing you know, I'll have XL. That'll probably be tomorrow. Tonight, I fully anticipate I'll add like I said, small, medium fabrication, small, medium maintenance, and this thing will be printing money. But it's also going to cost me a lot of money. So you want to target, here's something also for you, anybody getting into shipyards or not aware of this already. And oh, is that station under attack? Anyways, when you're building a station, think of your target consumers, right? So I'm not exactly trying to buy Talati warships, right? Doesn't make sense because although they're not too far away from me. I mean, who do you like right here? Here's my station. This will be turning into a wharf. And who do you think I'm going to target to get the blueprints for their ships first, right? The Pyramid, right? I would be an utter complete moron to not target the people that I'm currently renting space from that'll buy from me. And then because it's the Pyramid, a lot of their ships are going to coincide with Hop, which is one spot over, so they'll be buying ships from me, right? And if I was to go a step further, I would go, oh, why don't I sell ships to Antigone and Argon? And now this is where you have to start thinking diabolically, right? Which I love doing. It's so fun to think diabolically. Because guess what will happen? If I buy Argon ships, they're going to start placing orders from me. And guess what's happening when they're placing orders from me at this station in the middle of enemy territory, right? Like, they're going to get rock and rolled. So they'll be buying fighters and then sending them along the road, and then those fighters will be getting destroyed or wiped out. You know, it's just hilarious, right? Meanwhile, these guys will be buying ships, and it'll be shoring up their fighter and frigate defense groups. So, yeah, just make sure you're not buying, like, why would I buy Terran ships right now? Like, they'll buy them from me, but why would I sell Terran ships? Doesn't mean that I'm not going to buy Terran shielding. But, you know, buying those blueprints cost a lot, man. Like, a serious ton of money. And yeah, I'm not trying to do that. I will be reverse engineering a lot of ships, so I do have that mod, and I think it makes a lot of sense. But cross that boat when we get to it. Okay, cool. Silicon carbide production's now actually being made, and all right. So another interesting thing too. I've said this in other videos, so in case for anybody who's watching, when it's too early for me to know, because of course you could see I don't have any protein paste up yet, right? And it's relying on 3 base mining wares, energy cells, I guess. So we're looking at 2 base mining wares to make protein paste, namely ice and methane. That's weird. That's what the Terrans use to heal. Okay, well, anyways. What do they use to eat? I was kind of wondering about that earlier. The MREs tripped me out, man. Oh, they do use protein paste. Okay. I thought it didn't. So it uses protein paste. Okay, that makes sense. Good. I thought it was only medical supplies it was for. Anyways, what you want to see is after your station is matured, and what I mean by matured is your station manager has filled your stock up to the point where you're not just seeing red constantly on your ledger. Once he's got enough, and I would say this is probably about right, like kind of hovering in this area. This is low. I don't like that. I can already tell. This is pretty average. This is healthy. You want to see it draw. You don't want to see your storage completely full like hydrogen is right now. You want to see dipping, you want to see action there, because that means that product is being made down the line and being sold, or something's happening, right? When you're seeing them maxed off, it's like, wait, what's happening? What are we choking on, right? But here, I can look at the ore, and I can already tell you the moment I expand this, I'm going to see more white than green, right? So, oh, okay, well, I'm completely wrong. So I do have my ships coming in. This is what I would like to see, but you have to see a trend of this, right? I want to see at least enough of my ships, my ore incoming is a better way to put it. So right here, let's look at the fact that I'm bringing in, 1320 or whatever, 1420 in ore. But they're bringing in 1200. So that's not really hurting me too bad, because that's 4,000 ore I'm not providing. But this is going to be changing constantly. And we're not meeting production goals currently. So ore I can identify as an issue, which means then silicon looks slightly problematic. So it would behoove me to get 2 more mineral, would be my guess right now. And I might want to start looking at, I don't know how the methane situation is. But this is what you're looking at. That's why it's nice to have a closed loop station, because you don't have to like sit here and micro figure out all this garbage, right? All you need to do is pay attention to this. The energy cells will just figure their own thing out. It's your mining ships that you really want to know what's going on. So right now I can see I need 2 mineral, possibility of 1 gas. And then as the station fully grows, like right now, the protein paste, plasma conductors, advanced composites, medical supplies, silicon carbide, all this stuff isn't fully up and running yet. Claytronics is not up and running, which is going to eat up a lot. So once I get all this in, then I can start getting a better feel for it. Another thing is to come in here and look at your big expenditures. Look for trending things under your credit tab that are the big sellers. So here we see mineral. Next one we see mineral. Good. Another one here that's somewhat bad, not too bad, mineral. This is all money I could have made, and this is reflected back on your ROI. So if you want to realize a return on investment on an L class miner, let's say you go with high presets, I'd like to do that, and you flesh them out with, deployable. I like to give them like 25, say, Mark II deployable laser towers, because it's smart. It's worth the expenditure to have that little peace of mind. Anyways, if we think about this, if we think that I'm seeing this every 20 minutes or so, the ROI at 572,000 on a $13 million or 13 million investment is going to be 12 trips, maybe 11, right? Somewhere's around there of that ship going out mining, coming back, boom. Once he's done 12 trips, after that it's all pure profit. And in the interim, I'm not spending money for imports, right? So that's kind of in a way you can see. You don't want to see red in your ledger, right? If you're seeing big red, that's a big red flag, right? Like, uh-oh, like what's going on? Like, obviously I'm having an issue with minerals, right? So, it looks like I'm gonna have to fork over some more cash for that. Luckily, the station is as production modules. So also this is another thing. So the operating budget, even though I've not added storage to the unit, or storage to the base, even as new production modules come online, he's looking at his operating budget is going up, right? So, but he's still making money. So not only is like he originally had 50 some thousand, we'll say, earlier today. That's what he started. It was like 55, something like that. Now he's up to 76 as more and more modules, production modules, are coming online. But he himself is just making this money on top of me having. That's why I said it was safe to take money from him, because I knew he would just earn it. He would earn his way into it. So you get a feel for that as you do this. You get a feel for. It doesn't really matter because the guy's got the stock. He's making money. My parts are selling, right? So make sure your stock's selling, because you could have all the unrealized potential you want sitting in there, but if your unrealized potential is Beanie Babies and you're, in Afghanistan or some weird crazy place, I mean, do you think you're going to be selling your product, right? So obviously if your product is moving, your station's good, don't trip. Steal this guy's money. Jack it all day, to roll back into him. So that's what I'm going to do right here. I'm going to pick up, let's say that. And then go over here and buy myself a couple other turn minerals from the Ministry of Finance. Oh, maybe I should do that sooner rather than later. All right. And you know what? I'll just go ahead and I'll order one more gas from him. I'm really trying to decide if I want to do gas or mineral. I'm going to go mineral, because that's definitely an area that I can target. So I got 3 mineral miners just waiting to be made. One of them's being already built, so okay. And yeah, this is money I could have probably spent towards making a shipyard, but that's okay because I'm letting this station actually mature on its own into it. I still have a lot of production modules that need to be made, so it's fine. In the interim, I'm smoothing the station, getting that heartbeat line to be less pronounced, more of a nice steady line as he's maintaining, and then bam, he earns some profit from selling his good. Then he's nice and steady because the miner's providing with his stores. Then boom, he sells some money. So we're just seeing an upward trend with a flattened supply chain or supply line, right?
Enemy spotted.
And if you're wondering, I'd like to send my miners right near the station I'm going to assign them to, because sometimes they'll like start mining in the area that you'll be like, hey, mine for the ship component factory. And they're like, okay, boss. And they're off like mining in like right where you, near their, like say that Talati Ministry of Finance location. And I don't want them mining there. I like, no, just say no to pirates. Plus I want them close to the station, not thinking like, yeah, this is a good spot. I'll just mine over here. And so this guy is going to be done pretty soon as well. I'm just looking at this as an investment. Over time, like I said, figure let's even round it up because now the demand will go down. So I'll say 15 trips or so, somewhere around there. And they'll have earned themselves back. So
Awaiting orders.
Right, so I just need that other train. Oh, may collapse that. All right, and then yeah, it's gonna start really pumping money out. I just know it will. Anyways, suppose I should see what's happening over here. The Wreckfest 5000. Oh man, they took their wharf out.
Awaiting
Oh,
orders.
that is really bad. That's really, really bad. Yeah. I don't even know what to say about that right now. They'll make another wharf, they'll assign, but I don't know if they're gonna be able to come back from this. Maybe if they put it in Cardinals Redress. It's the only thing I can think of. Oh no, that's right off the highway. Oh, that's great. Alright, well, there's nothing I can do about this situation either. I'm not about to keep buying warships and losing 6 mil a pop. So, yeah. I mean, I guess I'm okay with hiring mercenary fleets, but this looks like it's doing a whole lot of nothing. They're just flying around with abandon, man. They building up here. I bet you they're attacking one of these stations. Maybe this one. Oh man, they got a foothold in here too. This is really bad. Like this could be the downfall of Hop right here. The beginning of it. They not only have that one defensive platform, they got this other one right down here. Oh, I might. Oh man, this is bad. And the more and more I think on this, I'm kind of regretting having spent that money on the miners.
Awaiting orders.
We'll see. Maybe if I can earn enough cash, I can build a small medium fabrication bay and maybe Hop. I'll just buy all of Hop's, like, as much as I can. Their frigate blueprints, so they won't be buying spamming fighter production off of me. That's something to also think about. You know, they're only going to produce what you know how to make. So if I go buy some Terran shielding for small or medium ships, Mark III shields, and then yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I might be able to pull him out of this. Jeez. Why do you have your Odysseus over here, dude? Like why is your fleet here? I don't get it. This is Argon? Oh, it's the Terrans. What the hell are the Terrans doing here? Just cue up the Empire Strikes Back music, huh? Okay. Yeah, mid game is really interesting. You never know what's going to happen. Like literally, it can go off the rails really quick if you don't identify little issues because you have to respond to it in a timely manner to stop it from really turning into a massive issue. Like I barely was able to save Zyark up here earlier, and I mean you could argue they're still having some. Oh, well, that's probably got something to do with the branch 9K destroyer just running around with a bandit, but they also have. Oh man, what is all this? Oh, that is not good. That is bad. That is really, really bad. That equipment dock, its storage just got rock'em sock'emed. So what that means when you see this, so this will start disappearing pretty soon, but this equipment storage just took a hit. And if you think about the cost of all these components, man, that's a huge blow to Zyark. It's like, do they still have their? Oh no, yeah, they still got their wharf. All right, well, I don't know. I've done as much as I can for them. Or as much as I'm willing to. Now I gotta look at Hop. So now I have to hope that I can generate enough funds to cover this disastrous turn of events. Yeah, I don't even have enough to be able to buy. You know what? Let me see how much that cost. I can research it. There's a mod I'm currently using that allows me to research the mod, but I don't want to do it. It feels kind of cheap. Reverse engineering, I don't have a problem with, but just, I don't know. Researching it feels like a cheap way to do it. Even though then again, I guess suppose I was researching how, you know, the means for you to teleport stations around the game, so.
Entering system. Argon Prime.
Hello there.
I'd like to buy a blueprint or production build, sorry. Oh, that's not exactly exciting to see, but it's not horrible either. 116 mil. Might be able to pull that off pretty soon. The only bad thing is that that station, like I was saying, the station has a it's already got a hell of a build queue in front of it. So even if I get the
Entering system.
shipyard, I have the money for it, I'm not really going to be able to build it here. And Twatty are just getting rocked at that location. I'm just sitting in my office here watching the universe burn. That dude from Batman when Alfred's talking to him, it's like some people just like to watch the world burn. That's my guy. Okay, well, I think I can get rid of this guidance mission that's like all up in my face right now. Alright, well, let's see. So let's go back into SATA and hope for the best. Is this guy to being complete? Yeah, it's actually pretty close. I'm getting there. Oh, well, kind of. I guess, not really. Never mind. There's still a lot of production to be made. Oh my god. Well. This may be a rather unfortunate series of events for Hop. I could try to do the quest line quick, but I don't have the fabrication bay. I don't want to ruin it for people who have not played as well, so the storyline. Just again, I'm just gonna say get Dalbusta, do the Hadvika quest line as soon as you can, because the missions he gives you will enable you to actually affect relations between certain factions in the game. But, you know, spoiler alert, it's not easy. None of them are exactly easy to do. They're one of them, the easiest one I would say is Terran. The other ones require a lot of work, a lot of legwork. Okay, so I mean, yeah, that fight's gonna be over by the time all this is realized. Oh, I guess I'll just worry about my own stuff. Alright, so I'm still importing so much, man. This is crazy. Wow. Yeah, I'm not buying any more miners. I'll just let him. I'll deal with the reduced uh, income. I don't think well, I don't know, with that many units though, production units, I might be able to streamline this a little bit. Let me see how bad I'm getting hit. I'm not being dinged that bad. This is, you see now it's establishing itself a little better. Like earlier when I was showing this, it was really flat. Like we weren't seeing a lot of growth spikes, but he's growing, man. Like he's doing a really good job. The station is. So, and again, my number one seller is straight up hull parts. That's nuts. Let me refresh this. Yep. Hull parts. But yeah, he's trending well. That dip, I don't like to see these kind of that's a bad. If that went like 2-3 times transactions in a row, I'd be like, okay, that's a major problem. But he had one problem, was like, all right, and then my ships were able to basically deal with it. His supply issues were fine. He got out, he sold something, had to buy some product, not a lot, sold some, had to buy a little product, sold a lot more. So I don't mind these little dips, but that acute dip, if you see like 2 or 3 of those in a row, that's not good. You need to address that, and the only way you're going to do that is to get used to looking at wonderful Excel spreadsheet sort of stuff. Like this is a nasty pretty tick right here. I lost a good amount there. 572,000. That sucks. That right there is a very good indicator, actually, of a bad trend tick way back there. That was pretty brutal. I don't know where I got hit. Probably dinged really hard here. And what are these all? Mineral, a gas, and a mineral. Well, it could be too soon to see. I have to take into account that I just sent those miners out. They're L class. It's going to take them a minute to get their roundabout, and then, you know, I need to see if maybe I need to add more docks as I'm adding more L class ships. Am I getting traffic jams, like all that kind of good happy jazz. Looks like right now I've got that hexadock on the bottom, but I might want to consider building another hexadock higher up, but we'll see.
Enemy spotted.
So yeah, I'm just right now, another thing you can do is just watch your station and see, like you can tell the miners, like this guy's a miner, he's mineral. I don't care about L's or M class right now. I'm just looking to see who's docking with me mining ship wise, that's to get an idea. Like, okay, here's homie. Is this a traffic jam or what's going on here? Got another guy coming in. Wow. All right. Mineral. Yes. Okay, so I need to at least throw one gas in there. Maybe a gas and a mineral miner. But let's see what his profitability is looking like right now. See how well he's doing. Now he's almost gonna make up for the money I jacked from him earlier. This, I'm not, I mean, I've already met the funds. I should not have given him the funding to build this thing. Because this station produces, I think now, almost all the wares it would need for station construction. So Claytronics being the exception. But Claytronics are at the end of the plan list as well. So bring that up. Yeah, we got 4 Claytronic productions at the end of the whole chain. Everything's met, everything's all full, so the timer won't stop. None of these production modules will stop. Oh, just looking at 27 more units to be built. Oh my god, that is nuts. If you think like at 14 minutes a pop, right? That's what, I don't even know, 300 and some minutes of just sitting here wait for this thing without SETA. Oh my god, that would be nuts.
Incoming fund transfer.
Oh.
God Realm of the Pyramid.
Look, I just made friends with somebody. $110K, huh? It's kind of funny how your mindset changes as you play the game. Like 100,000 early in the game would have been like, yes! And now I'm like, I don't care, really. Like, yay. That's like 10 advanced satellites or something. And then you get late in the game when you have shipyards like that make XL size ships. You're like $100 million, whatever. You know, it's just like you're in the billions and you're a billionaire and you're just kind of like your station is just churning cash out, man. Like you'll make so much money late game. It's nuts. And that's where it used to get boring for me because I'd just be like, well, what do I do now? I mean, I guess I could go around deleting people, but I guess Egosoft's addressed that. Their first attempt at addressing Endgame was to do this terraforming thing, right? But that doesn't really fit with my guy because I like to play a guy who's like a pirate, you know, not like I'm super shady guy. Like I'm the dude like going around like selling weapons to like, you know, I don't know, buying Argon Behemoth destroyers and selling them to their enemy after I've deployed them like right behind their ships that are in the middle of combat. You know, I'm that kind of guy. You know, the dude who builds a big battle station up and then sells it to this other dude. So I'm just like your stereotypical like Nicolas Cage from that one movie, War or whatever. So I'm not trying to save the universe here. I'm also not trying to like goose step my way along or whatever, you know, to taking out entire although I don't know, that's not true. Free Family pissed me off pretty bad. I might have fun. I might make just like a personal goal to see if I can't remove them from existence after I complete the little minor quest line thing going on up there. But yeah, so this is going to be a while on this, unfortunately. It is kind of cool to see everything kind of ticking and coming online, though. I don't really see any gray anymore. I mean, Advanced Composites is not produced yet, and obviously Claytronics are not up. But everything else is starting to come together. I'm definitely getting a feel. I know I'm going to need a lot more L-class miners, mineral, for sure. I would say right now, if I was at hazard a guess, looking at the station, I would say hesitantly 2 gas miners. I have no idea on this. I'm going to say at least 4 to 6 L-class miners, at least, to meet this kind of demand. Like right now, he's importing. Yeah, I was just going to say, look, the imports are killing me, man. Like, this could be all mitigated by providing my own miners on site. But it's just too much. But that's good because, to flip the perspective on it, it's good because it means I'm making something and I'm keeping it like I'm making it nonstop. Why am I? The only reason I could be doing that is if I'm selling it, right? So, I mean, I could look over here and see, you can further tweak. So go every storage level. So I can look over here and see, oh, well, protein paste seems to be being used up a lot. What's the deal there? Well, I already know. It's not like I'm gonna load up on protein paste, right? But it is being used to get stock built up on Terran MREs and medical supplies. I don't even have their habitats built yet, so I really don't care about that. I'm even closed looping them because I look at the workforce, ironically, as they're aware. That's what they are. Like you need in a shipyard, you need people to sell for your ships, right? And that's what the workforce is. So I mean, it's pretty messed up. But if I were to look over here, knowing that hull parts have been making me so much money, I'm like almost tempted to want to increase this, but I need to wait for Claytronics and everything to come online. Advanced composites is really getting used up. Like that's crazy, man. So I don't know what the deal is there, but I most assuredly, I'm importing it because I'm not actually making it. Okay, well that makes sense. Now I feel stupid, but I could look at smart chips and see, well, this could be augmented because it's being used up right now. But I don't know. See, there'll be a massive shift in this station the moment I add fabrication to it for ship building. And that's something to also be aware of. Like, you may think you've got a real good feel for your factory, and the whole game changes when you add that fabrication bay on there. Like, who's ordering what kind of ships with what kind of loadouts? Like, it's just something you have to take into account. And you really, that's like an unknown factor. Like I know that that Hop Pyramid, I know that Argon will be buying ships from me. I'm gonna try to mitigate Argon from buying anything from me right now because, yeah, I don't want them becoming stronger than they already are. It's gonna take a long time. Oh, I'm building my first. No, I did build my first living quarters. Hey, what do you know? I have 4 of these, so what? I think each one holds 500, maybe 250. I'm not sure. Okay, so I got people on my stations. I've completed 3 since I was talking about the numbers, so it gives you an idea how long it's going to take to make the rest of these. Cross connection structures are super easy. The little Lego parts that enable you to snap stuff together, but. Okay, so realistically, I've got 22 units, production units to be made. Or units that are going to take a minute. Okay, so, well, that sucks. Let's see what's happening over here. Let's sit back and eat some popcorn and check this out. Gotta say that the mercenary fleet is not did not impress me. They sucked. Hop's got a bunch of construction shops. Where's their wharf at, man? Must have built it off the beaten path. They hitting us? Yeah, they're hitting us. Okay, cool. Why is there a construction ship here? Don't, please tell me the Pyramid are not building. They were not building this for Antigone Republic. That's what that is. That is beyond hilarious. So Antigone Republic contracted out the Pyramid to build a defensive station in Hop territory. That's okay. I mean, sounds legit. Meanwhile, this guy's just murder, death, destroying everyone. What do I need? I don't want to talk to him. I'm now an ally to the God Realm of the Pyramid. Is that because you guys are getting your rear ends handed to you, or? We're best buds? Yeah, okay, he's now exceeded his operating budget, which is good. And I could almost at this point, I could jack all his money from him, but the problem with that is I wouldn't have any I wouldn't have any blueprints. So I wouldn't have enough money for blueprints. So I might as well go around and see what's up with Hop. I gotta go over there, I guess, and be told how great I am and threatened with, you know, the fact that if
Entering system. Holy vision.
go against
I would
him.
like to inform you of a recent development. Please navigate to your research interface.
Oh my god, Bozo, seriously? That's gambling.
A concerned supervisor has brought an issue to our attention regarding the morale and motivation of several of your skilled workers. Perhaps a meeting is in order.
Yeah.
Very well. I will contact the supervisor and arrange for her to meet with us.
Brad Brock. Okay. Hey, buddy.
Greetings.
Greetings. I mean, I thought I was supposed to talk to you. Okay. Well, anyways, any M-class ships that you guys, maybe some Nemesises? Okay. Well, apparently I can't afford a whole lot here, so heavy fighters you guys got. You got the Theseus, huh? Look, buddy, I'm just trying to help you out here. Don't need to rip me off for this equipment. This is some straight up garbage. Yep. Well, that's gonna be a hot second before I have the money to afford both the construction fabrication bay and the rest of what I need.
Entering system. Heretics end.
I'm just gonna make her awkwardly stand next to Bozo for like several hours. Turn that mission inactive. Alrighty then, let's see. Okay. I was trying to understand why I didn't see what was being built, but forgot everything was broken down. So he's currently building a production mod or habitation module. These things are tough, man. They can take a beating. Not like I flew around a bunch of Asgards deleting Terran living quarters in my last playthrough, but yeah, these things are surprisingly resilient. Which it would make sense to me. It's more, they take a long time to build. Like seriously, I had to Death Star those things like I don't know, probably full charge Death Star like 2 times, maybe at least, just for one section. Probably more than that. I think it was like 3. Pretty impressive. We'll see how like he should make the defensive perimeter around, like build like a shell, like a Dyson sphere thing going around your factory made out of like habitat modules. As messed up as that sounds. Promotion to Honor Guard of the Czar? Who's this? What? Oh, I'm supposed to meet with these dudes. Gotcha. Yeah, well, that's not happening. Alright, just wait for this to go. I have no other choice. But I think actually the timing will work out just about right where I should be able to jack some more. Like, I'll be able to take a lot of money from him. And realize it back rather quickly. And these habitation modules suck. Only needs to take like 15 minutes? Here in a second. I don't know how you could play this game if it weren't for setup. You'd like have to go to sleep, for real. You'd have to like set your game, like go to sleep, go to work the next day, you know, like get lost, found a week later, brought back home, and maybe your station would be built if your computer had been running the whole time. That's nuts for a big station. I don't know. I have to challenge. I think these people they make some really cool creations, blueprints on EagleSoft's blueprint webs sharing. I can't remember the name of the forum. It's really, really cool, but these people make these amazing, really nice set out stations, but then I load them in and I'm like, okay, so like what, 2 weeks later this thing will be built? Or I mean, it's like building the Death Star. Like you've got resources coming in from like all these other systems, and we need a whole workforce of an entire planet to build the damn thing. But okay, it's a pretty cool looking space station, I guess. That's why mine's, like I said, 2 reasons. It's haphazard because this is how I picture a pirate would build something. I'm not seeing them like going out there and laying perfect lines and, you know, making their stuff all really fancy looking and stuff. No, man, their stuff's gonna look just slapped together and working. Just works. But let's see. So that's the last living quarter to be built. What else I got on the plan build? Program defense platforms are like 14 minutes a pop. So that's going to be an oof. That'll probably be like 14 minutes. Quantum tubes, all that. These are really short. Electronics, I think, take a long time for those. That might be wrong though. So it's going to be a minute before I can even think about shifting the building and maintenance thing. Or a fabrication bay. It's too bad that you can't add it as long as you like. Okay, I get it. There's a reason why you can't move stuff around on this, right? Because stuff doesn't exist yet, right? To snap to. Now you could argue and turn around and say, well, couldn't they? You're like, obviously they're using building drones or nano fabrication, or I don't know what they're doing to build these things. But you could say like, hey, I could understand like maybe this gets built first, and maybe things can be a little bit out of order. That's fine because this will be built at that exact location anyway. So what matters? Like this is going to be built on the other side of it. So what's the difference between this being built first? And I guess that you could argue, well, then the worker guys got to make sure the mating's just right and the spacing. Well, like, don't they have to know that already to connect it to the first object? But okay, all right. So we remove that. Let's just say it's a coding issue, and it makes the game a lot harder, right? What I don't understand is how you can't go here. I'm gonna snap off a pre-existing structure that is untouched. Like I'm not building into the an area outside and then move that up on the thing. So like put my, let's say, small medium maintenance or fabrication bay like right here, or extended a couple things out, put those pieces to the top, put the fabrication bay right there, boom, get it knocked out. That way you would be able to address your like an emergent situation where you're like, oof, I need to get this built like right now. But it's not like that, and you just have to deal with it. So, all right. Well, thank God I'm past the living platforms of ridiculousness. It's so messed up to think that these dudes are like, for all accounts and purposes, right? These people are slaves. My workforce. Where are they at? Yeah, these dudes are like straight up slaves. Like, I didn't pay for them. They're just like coming here, and then what are they gonna do? Like, they're gonna be sent out. They're gonna work unpaid at my various facilities until one day I decide to sell them with a ship to some dude who's never going to pay them any money for at all for the rest of their lives. So that's like, that's their life. That's the life of somebody in X4, which is really sad when you think about it. Like, if you're not a pilot or like, you know, a plot character guy, like you're the same as a advanced composite as far as the game's concerned. They literally puts them into the workflow of, I mean, might as well put them in storage. Might as well just cryogenically freeze these guys. Have that option so we don't have to feed them or anything. Just cryogenically freeze people, and then whenever we need a crew for a ship, we just unfreeze some people, you know. Get some cloning vats going on, like Fallout 4 mode or whatever. It's really, it's screwed up. It's a dark way to look at it, but it is how the game is. So I can reduce that. Don't need that even open anymore. Everything is okay. I feel like this is like an encouragement thing, right? Everything is not okay. Like there's people crying and dying like a sector over. And as well as me when my games get stuck on auto save. Well, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab myself a bite to eat like I usually do around now. And then when I hop back on, just so people aren't having to like go, hey, that's really fun watching your yard build. So what I'll do is I'll probably play a little bit, just chill out, and then what I'll do is I'll actually build the bay, and then I'll go live again for you guys and show you, you know, how this matures and how it works out. Because I think it's going to be very important to show the interaction between the interaction that'll happen from the sale of the ships, right? Because like I said, I'm planning on targeting only M-class ships for the hop, and then hopefully they're going to be smart enough to place a lot of orders for me, and maybe that'll be enough to stem them off. And so, yeah, and that is not hard. I'm focusing on one faction. I will go to the Terrans and get their shielding, but I only need to get their M-class shield, so that'll mitigate like how much I have to spend. Excuse me, and I realistically, I have the funds almost now. Most assuredly once the station's done, but if you think about this, I've got 89 million here, 16 million here. That's enough to buy the fabrication bay. Now I'm just working on basically blueprint money, right? So, which I already have some of their blueprints, but not all of them, but I'm only working on M-class right now, so this will be done. Now this is what I was talking about when it comes to the plan build. I knew that I would grow into the ability to steal, even if I had to, all the money from this guy, buy the fabrication bay, make it on my station. Uh, I don't even think I'm going to have to spend any money. It'll give me a construction estimate, but I don't think I'll have to spend any because guess what? That station makes everything almost. So I'll be building my own, providing the materials for my own station to build the fabrication bay. And then he'll just start selling ships and making boatloads of money fast. And that money I'll just roll right into a maintenance bay because they'll constantly want to be repairing or sending their fighters over for repairs. Other places will too. Yeah, I'll have to think it all out. And I'll probably be setting some global orders to restrict all trade to Antigone Republic and Argon, so I'm not feeding their war machine. Like, but anyways, all right. Well, I'm off for a bit, and I will catch you guys a second later. I'll give it a minute so I'm not like ninjaing out like before. Let me know what you guys think too in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. If look at the whatever Streamline or something like that, I could easily integrate that, but my fear is that because it's got like the hyper, super chat, mega chat, Johnny Donnie donated $50. Man, I don't want that happening. I just want to have a nice streamlined interface where people can interact with me and we can do that and it's free. But you guys tell me what your thoughts are on it. I'll check the comments for sure later, and if people want to do it, then I'll do it. But I definitely don't want to give the impression that that's what I'm trying to do, and I want to make sure that I mitigate it as much as I can by maybe reducing some of this ridiculous fluff that I saw. Like seriously, some dude's got to do the dancing maneuver because somebody did a super chat or something. Like, all right. In Lootboxville. But anyways, you guys take care and I will catch you later.